Hi everyone, and join me for the latest news on what's happening on Medway Peninsula, some latest purchases, and a little go at weathering. So stick with me and have a look. Cheers. Hi, so let's see what's been happening on Medway. Now, just a little while ago I did my second anniversary video, and thanks very much for indulging me with that. It was just a nice acknowledgement to some people who had really seen me through those first 2 years. Who I didn't mention were, of course, the scratch builders. People like Paul Gelgorn, Dave at Dean Park, of course, Richard at Everard. But I'd like to say a big thanks to Tony at Tony Northeastern, because not only does he do some great scratch building in the station, he's excellent, but he does it on a shows you how it's done, step by step, and it really does help. I think if you're going to be stepping out on having a try yourself. I've got a building at the Bowls Club that I'm going to have to make, and I certainly should be looking back and referring back to some of his past videos, and he has been very helpful with making suggestions. So well done, the scratch builders, and Tony. And as well, I nearly forgot Stephen at Elven Home, Engage, and he does exactly the same, explains what he's doing, and yeah, it's really useful, guys. Thanks very much. So where are we now? At the last look, I'm on, I think, 359 subs. So that's brilliant, and I really do thank you. The new folks that have come along, you're always welcome. And it's brilliant you've taken the time, and the guys and girls that have stuck with me from the start. It really is appreciated, and I hope you enjoy it. Some of you may have noticed that, and thanks to John at Xhaven, I found on my phone iMovie, and it just means I can do just little short running shots like I do for Facebook, and do an easy upload to YouTube. So what do you think of, would you like to see a few more of those? It just means it's a little easier for me whilst the layout's getting built. Now, talking of that, we will see what's been happening in the Medway Park, and there has been quite a bit of progress as well when making the Bowls Club, so we'll shoot over there shortly. Also want to show you some of the purchases I've made. I have been going along the route of finding Lima locos on the diesel side, getting them DCC fitted, putting lights in, and yeah, they've been really working well. I've also gone down the route that if I'm going from the Hornby side, I do prefer, if I can, and Backman as well, to have them DCC ready, and certainly on the steam locos, the newer versions as well. And I have picked up a couple of really nice acquisitions, so yeah, you'll see those shortly. And what else? Yeah, you'll see I've done a bit more painting, having a little go at doing some weathering, and so we just see how that pans out. So there we are. Get yourself a cup of tea, sit down. Promise it won't be too long a video this time. Okay, folks, cheers. This is the Medway Park area. We start off with the Bowls Club. Now this is the very early stages. We've just got some hedging along the side. We've got the wall with the scale model scenery railings on top. I popped a couple of sheds in. We eventually, of course, just around here we'll go the clubhouse, which I've got the plans for, and we'll get around to building. Along the back and the sides there'll be flowers, and if I can fit in just around about here, will be a petanque pitch. So that's the start of the bowls club. Now if we move around where we are in this area, I'm hoping to fit a small fishing lake in. I'll just have to see, but hopefully we'll get that in. Just along the back I've put some fencing in. That's scale model scenery fencing. You might ask why there isn't a roof on this little, what will be the sort of bait shop, but I've just got an interior to put into there, and a bit of lighting. Here is the skate park. Let's see if you can see that a bit clearer. Scale model scenery with figures painted by Sue at Sue Paints Miniatures, and a couple done by myself. This will probably not focus. Let's see if we can get in. Yeah, this is one that I did. And we've got paving. Come on, focus, you little devil. There we go. We've got paving by Metcalfe, which I've started on here and along the sides. We've now got what will be the cafe restaurant. Oops, we've gone out of focus again, apologies. There we are. Yeah, the cafe restaurant Metcalfe. Let's just see, I've just plonked it roughly where I think it will go. Now, something I wanted your opinions on. Here is the bandstand I've built, and it's going to be providing entertainment for the cafe, and I don't know whether it will be better with the roof off. We have got, let me just pop her up. Someone did. I think she's got excited. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a band there. Now, do you think it looks better with the roof on or the roof off? When you've got the roof on, you can't really see the band, so I'm in two minds. So we've still got work to do in this area, but I'm going to hang fire at the moment on the basis that, now excuse this terrible mess, but that's where I put my stuff when working, but along here is going to be an ambulance station, fire station and a garage. So I've just got to work out where the access road, which will run along here and into what will be, again, a mess, but the new Steam Heritage area. So I've just got to work out the access, so that will be the, so I can work out where the entrance in will be, and then of course where we can then put these. So that's what I've been doing. Of course there'll be a lot more work still to be done, but I'm going to leave this as it is, and then I'm going to work on this side. So there we are, everyone. That is Medway Park. Okay, so weathering. I had a go using the Bunter's Yard method, and I'll put a link in the description. It's not using an airbrush, just paints and weathering powders. And I didn't want to try on anything too expensive, so I got one of my old railroad um, wagons and decided to have a go there. So this is the result. I'll just show you. Yeah, hope you can see that. Let's turn it around. But for a first attempt, I don't think that is too bad. Uh, I'll probably look to refine it a little bit, but basically it's just paints, put them on, rub them off, um, give it a little spray of clear lacquer, matte, just to give something for it to key onto, get some weathering powders in, and just have a little play around and see what you think. So as I say, that's my first go. I will look to do some more weathering, but yeah, see what you think, and perhaps put some comments down. So that's weathering. Some people have asked me how I do my painting the figures. Now, I will remind you this will not be a how to do it, but just how I do it, because there are much better people who are highly skilled than I am. So this is just what I do, and it proves that if I can do it, anyone can. And the most important thing for me is a pair of these magnifying glass headsets. They fit over the glasses okay, and for me they're essential. And mine's got a little light on as well. So that's number one. The paints I use are mostly Vallejo, and I like those, and they really cover well. They're either the model colour or the model air. Now the model air is set up for airbrushes, but they do work well on figures, um, plus humble acrylics. And what I did find was quite good is Null. John Moore put me onto that, and it's good for highlighting. Brings out the creases and things in close. So that's great. The brushes I use, I picked up this detailing set. I think it was from the range, but as you can see, it was £4.99. I like to use the brushes that have got nice thin heads. This is a 00 and a 50. I've got a selection of brushes, and yeah, there we go. Sue from Finscale, who I get most of my figures from. They're either Finscale, Hardy's Hobby, a couple from Modeloo, has been really helpful. But I just use a method of flesh first, then the top, then the bottom, top up the flesh, do the hair, um, touch up anywhere that needs to be, and then afterwards do the feet. So I'll take a few photos of the process of how I got on, and yeah, see what you think. Okay, cheers. Well, I hope you've found that enjoyable. You can see we are moving on Medway. Sometimes not as quick as I'd like, but hey, yeah, sometimes life does get in the way, and it is a hobby, and there's no pressure to hit a timescale. I do feel like we are moving forward. I've got some things in my mind as well of what we're going to be doing, and let us know what you think about those short uploads that I had a little trial with. I do it on Facebook and I get quite decent responses from there, and it's easy just to have the phone and while I'm doing a bit of work, run some locos around, some trains around, and it gets you a chance to see what I've actually got. Um, One thing before I go, I did want to mention my old mate Barry Davis. He set up, I suppose there's a sort of charitable system where people can donate model railway items, and Barry will give them away to disabled folks. And I think if you look at his channel, he's had some brilliant responses. People have been really generous, and I'm due to go up and see him. So take a look, and if you have got anything, wow, yeah, if it helps anybody else out, then that's brilliant. So check Barry Davis and his Rails of Hope. So I'll sign off now, and hope to get some more bits done, and see you in August. Cheers, everybody. Keep safe and happy modelling.